Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into an important Court of Appeal case in Singapore, Dr. Goh Seng Heng and Wang Xiaopu, which deals with contempt of court and the consequences of failing to comply with the court order. This case highlights the importance of honesty, compliance with court orders, and the role of judicial discretion in sentencing. This case arose from a long-running dispute where Dr. Goh, the appellant, the one who appealed, was ordered to account for funds that had been paid into a bank account in China. This was ordered by the High Court under an application filed by Ms. Wang Xiaopu, who later, because Dr. Goh refused to comply, Ms. Wang filed an application for committal against Dr. Goh for contempt of court, alleging that he intentionally withheld information and provided misleading statements. Dr. Goh initially claimed that he could not recall details about the funds, later stating that the money was used to pay for business obligations. However, during bankruptcy proceedings, he admitted that he actually lost the funds gambling in Macau. The key issue before the Court of Appeal was not whether he was guilty of contempt. He did not dispute that, but whether the sentence of 7 days imprisonment was too harsh. The Court of Appeal, comprising Justices Andrew Pang, Judy Prakash, and Stephen Chong, dismissed Dr. Goh's appeal. The court found that he had multiple opportunities to provide the correct details, but instead gave inconsistent statements. The Court of Appeal also highlighted that there was a lack of urgency in his compliance, as Ms. Wang had to send 6 reminders before meaningful information was provided. Furthermore, Dr. Goh's story shifted over time, from claiming an inability to recall to saying the funds went to a Chinese businessman to eventually admitting they were lost to gambling in Macau. The court emphasized that contempt is a serious offense because it directly undermines the authority of judicial orders. Compliance with court orders is fundamental to the integrity of the legal system. Given that Dr. Goh's conduct was deliberate and calculated, the 7-day imprisonment sentence was upheld as a necessary deterrent. Dr. Goh's legal team argued that similar cases of contempt had only resulted in fines, citing past precedents such as Ho Xiao Wan, Shanghai Afield, and Volach. However, the Court of Appeal distinguished this case from the others, pointing that Dr. Goh's contempt was prolonged, deceptive, and lacked any attempt to purge his wrongdoing. Furthermore, the court noted that a fine would not have a sufficient punitive impact, given that he was already bankrupt, and thus imprisonment was the more appropriate punishment. This case teaches us that the law does not take contempt lightly. When a person is ordered by the court to provide information, they must do so truthfully and promptly. Prolonging the process or giving misleading statements only worsens the consequences. Sometimes, people believe that by concealing information or delaying the truth, they can escape accountability. But in reality, the burden of deception only grows heavier. Just as clarity and wisdom bring liberation, honesty in legal matters brings closure and justice. In summary, the case of Dr. Goh Seng Heng reinforces that contempt of court is a grave matter. The courts expect parties to comply with orders in good faith, and any attempts to evade or mislead can result in serious penalties, including imprisonment. This ruling serves as a clear warning that court orders must be obeyed, and those who attempt to circumvent the law will face firm consequences. Honesty and transparency in legal proceedings are not just legal obligations, but moral ones as well. The path of deception is always fraught with obstacles, but the path to truth, though difficult, ultimately leads to peace and resolution. Thanks for joining me in this case summary. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.